Hello everyone, it's me again, Cassandra Boyd. Today I will be giving my instructional speech on how to sew a pattern on a shirt. First, I will talk to you about my beginning of sewing. Then I will tell you about the sewing machine that I use. And then we'll get into the steps that it takes to actually get the pattern on the shirt perfectly. So, I first started out sewing when I was about 13 years old, living with my grandmother. But I was not using an actual sewing machine. I was using just the basic needle and thread. It was very difficult for me to start off using the needle and thread, but it got much easier as I went along over the years. And just last year, my husband bought me the embroidery and / sewing machine by Brothers. And I've been using it for about 8 months now, on and off. I really don't do much with it, but I love it, and I try to at least sew something, at least one shirt or one pattern once a month. At the beginning of this year, I was using it most of every day because my husband, he started wanting me to make shirts for him so I can get used to using the machine and pretty much get the wears and tears out of the machine. It took a lot of YouTube videos and tutorials for me to get to know the machine, get to learn how the errors the machine may have, and get to learn how to load embroidery patterns onto the machine. So now that you know the background of my sewing machine, I'm going to get right into me sewing the pattern on a shirt. This is the shirt in a pattern that I'm going to do. Right now it is not sewn down, it is just pinned down in the place that I want it to be, and that is the first step within sewing an actual item. You have to make sure that it's pinned down and it's flat in the place that you want it to be, so while you're sewing there will be no movement of the pattern, so it will not bunch up or it will not dislocate or be out of place or be crooked during your finished product. Now that you see what I'm going to do, I have to make sure that my upper and my lower thread are aligned perfectly and they are full. The upper thread is what matters the most because it has to match the color of the pattern or the color of the shirt that you want it to be. You can't really have a polka dot pattern with a black thread because it will be noticeable. I want it to blend as much as possible. So my upper thread is pink, but my lower thread, which is orange, it really does not matter what color it is because it's going to be underneath the actual shirt. So now that you know how I'm going to sew, I'm going to start sewing now by pressing my foot on the zipper, the foot presser. I have to put pressure on and off and on and off depending on the speed that I want the thread to move and how fast I want to sew. Since I'm still a beginner, I don't move very fast. I take my time and I move slow so I can make sure that it is done correctly and that I have less errors as possible. So now I'm going to get right into sewing. Alright guys, so now that I've sewn the pattern down how I want it to lay, I left the top part unsewn down because just in case I wanted to put stuff in it. Now I'm going to take the pins out and I'm going to cut the loose strings around it so it can be as neat as possible. Alrighty guys, so here is my finished product of my shirt with my pattern that I personally sewn down on it. Now I have a little pocket to put anything in, keys, cell phone, anything. I can put it in this pocket. I know it's kind of thick, but it is the perfect size and I love the pattern. So thank you all for watching this video today and have a great day.